It's Monday, my friends. Welcome back to Working Out from Home with Results Driven. I am Coach Mike. We have our interval workout today, so 2 to 3 minutes of work at each station, 1 minute of rest in between. Obviously 2 minutes if you're feeling a little bit more burnt, 3 minutes if you want a little extra stuff, or if you want to go through it twice, I'm not mad about that either. Let me adjust this frame real quick. So, equipment that you need, we're going to start to get a little bit more creative with some of the stuff and get away from, but let you know other alternative pieces of equipment that you can use that aren't traditional weights. So, we have a book bag on the menu today, mini bag, mini band, or sandbag. We have your kettlebell, dumbbell, or a Superband. I'm going to grab the Superband in a second. And then Val-Slide or paper plates for your Jackknife. So, I will tell you the pieces of equipment that go with each exercise when we get there. To start, we're going to go Commando Rock breathing. So we're going to go hands and knees. We're going to go knees a little wide and then down to the elbows. From here, you want to rock back and find the last place that you can rock back before your lower back starts to tuck under. So get a few rocks. Find that deepest part of that position and breathe. All the same breathing rules apply. In and out of the nose, tongue against the roof of your mouth, behind your two front teeth, all that jazz. Second exercise is our Brettzel 2.0. So feet are going to be out in front for this. We're going to rock the knees over. Knee and foot are going to be touching here. And then you're going to walk yourself towards the front leg side, the leading knee. So you're going to walk yourself away from that knee. You're not trying to crack your back. Just find that first end range where the rotation feels sticky, and then you're going to breathe there. So push the ground down, get tall, breathe in and out of the nose. And you might start to feel things open up. One of my favorite little cues for this is to push the far hand harder than the near hand. So if you push this hand, it's going to actually encourage that little bit of extra rotation. So I'm here, hard push through the hand, and I just get a slight extra rotation. Still breathing in and out of the nose there. Make sure to get both sides. We have leg lock bridge next. So we're going to be on our backs. Feet are going to be close together. We're going to hug one knee, grip the floor with the planted foot, deep breath in, and then push the ground down to bridge up. When you finish the breath, come back down. One of the things you want to feel for on this is now that we don't have both feet rooted to the ground, it's normal to push and to start to maybe feel either the hip check out or this hip kind of twist a little bit. So make sure that these hips feel like they're parallel to the ceiling when you push through the ground. That's move 3. Move 4, we have your reverse mountain climber. So the Jackknife or some variation of the Jackknife is in our resistance training round. For the reverse mountain climber, you're going to set up in quadruped. Hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're going to raise the knees an inch off the floor, and then it's going to look like a mountain climber when we get halfway. So this looks like a mountain climber. This looks like quadruped. So we're just going to alternate positions here, and what I want you to really focus on is keeping the hands heavy. So what you'll see is step back, and you can see my weight comes off of my fingers. So I should have my weight on my hands the whole time as I step. That's your reverse mountain climber. Tall kneel press out. We can go mini band for that, or we can start to get creative and use this book bag. So I'm going to go both knees down. I'm going to dig in the toes and push my knees into the floor. I'm going to pull the book bag apart and press it away as I push it out, and then row it back. So the whole time I'm going to be thinking about trying to stretch it in both directions. That's going to engage the lats, and then to get even more out of it, make sure you're squeezing your hands. So we're going to be here, pushing the knees down, pushing and pulling in both directions. Last exercise in the warm-up is your press-out squat. So same thing. We're going to crush the bag, pull it apart, find that squat with stance, and press it away. You'll find that the lower you grab on, this works for the sandbag too, the lower you grab on it, the easier it's going to feel. The more the weight is down, the harder it's going to feel. So think about how the sandbag feels compared to a kettlebell in the goblet position. All the weight is here in the goblet position. It's very funky. Having all the weight centered in your hands, more like a sandbag, feels a little bit easier. So to make the press out more challenging, load the book bag up and get that bottom heavy, and then grab it closer to the top. I have a comment here. Hey Caroline. So getting into the workout, we have our push-up plank lateral crawl. We haven't done that since we've been at home. I thought it would be cool. A lot of our members know how to do this. We could throw the book bag on. So again, load it up, get it tight, and then your lateral crawl, we're crawling sideways. So hands are touching, feet are going to be a little bit wide, and then we're going to go sideways. Big thing on that is just anything that you would consider in a plank, especially if you're going to start throwing weight on your back, make sure that the core stays connected. So you don't want to start to, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you don't want to start to see the belly button start to get closer to the ground. You want to still turn that belt buckle up and keep that feeling as you move sideways. That's your push-up plank lateral crawl. Press out squat we just did in the warm-up. Staggered stance row. So a few different options. We could obviously use a kettlebell. So for my friends that borrowed equipment, grab a dumbbell or grab a kettlebell. If you have dumbbells at home, that would be perfect too. We can continue to use our book bag for our row. So grab it from the side. Hopefully it's heavy enough. Staggered stance is going to be like this. So one foot's in front, one foot's back. I'm going to get the feet a little bit wide, and then I'm rowing the book bag. So my elbow, you see it's not coming up towards my rib cage or my armpit. My elbow's driving back towards my pants pocket. So keep the tension through the floor, drive the elbow back to get lat. One of the other things we experimented last week with was also using the band. So a lot of our friends have gone to physical therapy. They've been given TheraBands. If you can get them to be have enough tension, you can go both feet through the bands, and then same thing. You can grab one band or two. Same thing. Plus it's fun to snap it against the ground. So that is your staggered stance row. Lateral lunge, feet are together, we're stepping out to the side and popping back up. Again, we could use a weight, we could use a sandbag, we could use your book bag. Press the bag away as you step down. Jackknife. So we have not done this since we've been apart from one another. Grab your Val-Slide. If you don't have a Val-Slide, 2 small pieces of cardboard or 2 paper plates. I couldn't find any paper plates, so we have to resort to the normal equipment. It's okay. So we can go 1 plate or 1 Val-Slide under each foot, or we can go both feet on one thing. So with the Jackknife, now again, we're challenging that core position to stay where it needs to be. So, like we talked about in the reverse mountain climber, make sure the hands are heavy on the ground. We're going to dig in the toes, hover the knees. I'm going to slide my feet away, and you can see my core is still engaged. I'm going to keep that feeling as I pull the knees back under my hips. So you'll see as I slide my feet back, my weight doesn't come off of my hands. My weight stays on my hands, my core stays engaged, and then it's just the legs moving. So I'm not going here, all this is staying aligned. That's your Jackknife. And then last move in the strength section, would be either something explosive. So sandbag clean if you have a sandbag, kettlebell swing if you have a kettlebell, or when all else fails, monster band walk works for me. You can continue to go with the book bag. We could go just chop and pop. If I think we talked about that the first week. Chop and pop is a swing to help you, or is a drill to help you learn the swing. So feet are going to be in that deadlift stance, arms are out in front. We're going to swipe the hands back to go into the hinge, and then I'm going to push through the floor and lock the hands out hard at the top. So I'm swiping back, pushing through the floor. So something explosive. It could be a speed squat, anything like that that's a little bit poppier that gets your heart rate up. So push-up plank, lateral crawl, press out squat, staggered stance 3-point row, lateral lunge, jackknife, and your sandbag clean or something explosive lower body. That's your workout for today, my friends. Comment in the comments if you do the workout, what you thought about it. I heard that the Sally from Friday was pretty torturous, so I hope everybody enjoyed that as well. Stay tuned for what we have coming up. This Saturday we have our first nutrition seminar on how to stay fit when we're at home. Hey, how to stay fit and healthy. So Coach Jenna and Coach Ed have your back on that. So be on the lookout. Outside of that, I hope you're all having a good day. It's beautiful, at least here in Newburgh, so I hope it's beautiful for you too. I will talk to you all soon. Take care.